Starting live. There we go, we're live. Let's get this.
It's too many chords. Too many. Are you breaking? Why did that make noise? It's not on the speaker. The speaker made noise.
Sorry. What's up, Dan? We're starting in 1 minute. What the hell? Trying to wave, Dan. It's not letting me. There we go. 30 seconds to go. Let's get this like this. No background, I guess. Gotta get that.
Also not here.
Yeah, finally. Thanks, Dan. It took us like 15 minutes. Or it felt like it. It's like 30 seconds, but whatever. And here we are. Welcome to the fifth episode of the Happy Hour. The Happy Hour is a show that Gina and I did a couple of years ago on the radio, and we agree, I think we can all agree, that nowadays people need happiness more than ever. What's up, Michelle? Let's wave at her.
Hi, Michelle.
Did I wave?
No, you suck at waving today.
I don't know what, it's my big troll fingers. My Shrek fingers. Anyways, we agree that now more than ever we need happiness. I don't know what's going on in the world, man, but we just need to be a little more united and a little more conscious. This cord is in the way and it's not letting me do stuff. So we brought back, and Brennan is with us. Let's wave at Brennan.
Hi, Brennan.
What's funny is Brennan is literally right here.
Right here.
But let's wave at him anyways. We don't want to put anybody out. What's up, Caitlin? Let's wave at Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin.
So, can you do the waving? Because I don't know what is it with my fingers. It's just not
You
cooperating.
have to cut your nails.
Maybe.
Nasty.
No. It's...
Quarantine has gotten to you. He's given up, so have I.
I gave up a long time ago in my defense. So the Happy Hour, we brought it back because nowadays
Dan.
we need happiness more than ever. It
Hi,
was
Mike.
Hi, Mike. It was a show that we had a few years ago, and now more than ever we need to kind of unite and focus on happiness and so on and so forth. So the show actually airs around good news and how to be happy. We literally teach you that, but we also do a lot of other things. Normally we would introduce Gina, but you guys already know Gina. However, Gina does have a special guest that she'd like to introduce. Go ahead, Gina.
Not just one. I have 3.
Okay, so introduce your 3 guests. Why does she have to be so creepy? 3. Not just 1. 3. 3 of these. These are little itty bitty kittens.
We got them at 4 weeks old.
Yes.
And we are rescuing them.
We're fostering them
Yes.
temporarily.
Maybe.
If
This
you're
is Toothless. He looks like a bat, or a dragon, or a panther, or all of them. It just depends.
it's all in one. It's a hybrid.
It's all it is.
So-
He's just adorable. Listen to his little meow. Meow.
Yeah, he's close to 4 weeks old. Yes. Show his little brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So they were orphaned, and we are fostering them in an attempt to.
This is Oliver.
Hello, Oliver.
Hello, everybody. You're so little.
Hey, Shondell. So, anyhow, we are fostering them temporarily and trying to find them homes. They're about
Last
6 weeks
but
old now.
Not least, this is Oliver's little sister, Millie. Say hello, everybody. Hello.
So,
Kittens bring happiness.
I couldn't agree with you more, because every time I catch myself like smiling at them, I'm like, no, shut your heart off.
I love them.
So I shut my heart off. I don't feel anything for these cats. If you want to adopt them, they'll be eligible for adoption in about 4 weeks or so.
No.
And make sure you contact me,
No.
not her.
They're not eligible for adoption because I love them.
So, with that being said, it is now... No, okay, no, it's actually now time to... I got the episode. So, it's now to remind you that we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. Thank you so much for joining us so far. Some of them are long hair kittens, Shondell. If you like this video, make sure you give us a like and a share, and also make sure that you subscribe. I can't put any more emphasis on subscribing. In fact, not only should you subscribe, but hit that notification bell so that you're notified on shows just like this one that takes place every Monday and every Friday in the afternoon, roughly between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. is the latest. We have lives too,
Or
so
later.
whatever, you can catch it non-live, but we will notify you the time of the show the day of that we're airing it. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring on game time. And just when you thought it was over, game time! Every single time that we have a guest, which is not always possible because Gina is actually working in healthcare and trying to help people get access to the hospital, etc. And I am unemployed. Mostly unemployed. And, you know, Brandon's got a life too. And then also, we would like other guests on the show. Which, by the way, if you're interested in being a guest on the show, let us know. But whenever we do have a guest, we play games. Now, today is kind of interesting. We are going to play a game called...
Face the cookie. The human face is composed of many muscles with two large groups that help make a smile or frown. In this challenge, the contestant must move a total of 2 cookies from their forehead to their mouth using only their facial muscles. If a cookie drops, the contestant may reset another cookie on the forehead and try again. Failure to complete this task in 60 seconds may result in elimination.
So that they can hear the voice and not the crinkle.
Maybe, whatever. Now,
Since you put the blank slide there.
what, you know what?
Specifically
Fine. I'll
for
play
that.
it again. Shut up. No, not that one. Here it goes again.
Face the cookie. The human face is composed of many muscles with 2 large groups that help make a smile or frown. In this challenge, the contestant must move a total of 2 cookies from their forehead to their mouth using only their facial muscles. If a cookie drops, the contestant may reset another cookie on the forehead and try again. Failure to complete this task in 60 seconds may result in elimination.
Mike, it's too late for us to watch our calories. So, to repeat
He
what
should
the...
speak for himself.
No, it's too... I know that you were mostly talking to her. I get it, bro. The cookies, just to repeat, we place them on our forehead and using only our facial muscles and gravity. We can't use our hands. We have to inch the cookies into our mouth. You have to get 2 or more, but in this case, because there's 2 contestants and we have 60 seconds, whoever gets even 1 cookie wins. Whoever gets the most amount of cookies in their mouth wins. Now, when you get the cookie in your mouth, you can place it down and eat it later if you want. If the cookie falls on the floor, you can just get a new cookie and start all over again. You won't be penalized for that. But the individual with the most amount of cookies wins. You got it?
Yeah.
And the loser will be penalized at the end of the show. Are you guys ready? Everybody ready? I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get going. Oh, actually, first let's talk about penalties. This is a new thing that we're doing. I mean, we've been doing penalties, but now we have the wheel of punishment. And what we have on the wheel of punishment, if you guys can't see the screen, we have powder slap. You slap me in the face with powder. Kick to the nuts. Brennan, I know that you're really looking forward to being a guest soon and losing thanks to this one. Armpit wax. You'll wax my armpit hairs, or I will do yours. I mean, it is quarantine time, so who knows? It looks like a veritable forest for all we know. Eat a ghost pepper is one. Lemon juice in the eye. That's kind of an homage to my dad.
Homage.
Yeah, yeah, both. What is this? Pudding slap. Pie to the face, shave my eyebrows or eyebrow. It looks like. I hope I never get that one. Whipped cream slap. We actually did it with Brennan a few weeks ago.
He killed it. It went everywhere.
Oh, he
So
slapped me so hard. And even though you didn't see it live, or if you did see it live, you can still watch it again. It's on our YouTube channel. And of course, shave the head. So this is awesome. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. Are you guys ready? What do we do? Do we start with it on the head? What do you
On
want to
our
do?
forehead.
We'll start it with it on our forehead.
Yep.
Okay? You ready?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not. No cheating.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Ah, son of a!
I keep getting it on my mouth.
Well, I don't even have one, so. Oh, no! Nah, that's not cool. All right, whatever. Whatever. And all right, look. I'm being an amazing game show host. If that's a game, is this a game show? I don't know. And I'm allowing that even though it's after the timer. So, anyways, let's find out what the penalty is. Ready? She has a bad habit of covering the screen. Here we go. Spin the wheel. And, there we go. No! Why does it have a happy jingle for a kick to the nuts? Let's wave hi to Jesse. Jesse, if you're just tuning in, you missed our first game of the show or game show, whatever. And game of the whatever. And I lost. And at the end of the show, Gina's gonna kick me in the nuts. Oh man. All right. So yeah, I'm sure she's very, very happy. Really quickly, I'm gonna turn on a fan while you, Gina, introduce the kitty cats again for everybody that's tuning in. She's good. I got her. Yeah, you should quit, Mike. Or even better, why don't you come on the show and take my place?
This is toothless. Ow. Why do you
Domestic violence.
hit me in the head? Oliver. Millie. And none of them are up for adoption because I love them. At least not yet. They're so precious and adorable, and they mew all the time. And I like when I go in my bedroom after work, and they come over to the side of the playpen, and they crawl up, and they go mew 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 mew.
Supposed to tell them the worst, so they know.
Oh, Millie definitely just took a huge, like, diarrhea deuce, like, real loud and nasty in my rabbit's cage, which was not fun. So there's that.
That's a
Yay,
way,
kittens.
because that's a perfect way to keep viewers is talking about your kitten's diarrheas.
I can't help it. It's just, it was still cute.
If you're just tuning in, it's the happy hour, and so far we played a game called Face the Cookie.
Yeah.
I lost at Face the Cookie, so at the end of the show, Gina is going to kick me in the nuts, which was the penalty that, listen, I also want to go ahead and say that she chose most of those penalties. Did you notice that almost all of them involve violence towards me somehow?
He just punched me in the head on the way past, so.
Let's go ahead and get into our mental health topic of the day.
Let's do it.
Let's recap on what we've talked about in the past. We've already decided that if we knew how rich you were, if you went to college, you got the 2.4 kids, the house, the picket fence, the dog, you got all that, we still can only determine...
2.4?
That's the average. So we
What
would
is
already...
0.4?
Shut your face is what it is. We would only be able to determine with a 10%
It's just
accuracy.
a torso.
Yeah, well, that's well, little people have children too, Gina. Anyways,
Nobody ever said anything about little people.
50% of it is based on genetics, which we'll talk more about how even that is flexible. But 40% of your happiness is on the stuff that you control, the thoughts that you entertain. We know it thanks to this guy. What? Albert Ellis actually introduced the ABCs of cognition. We used to think, or many people still do think, that they have an activating event, and that leads to the consequence. In other words, let's say somebody cuts you off on the road, and they make you mad. Or your boss cuts you
Doug.
home soon. What's up, Doug? Ha, you ruined
made
it, and
a
I
boo-boo.
didn't. You still didn't wave. Oh, your big troll fingers, you need to cut your nails, huh?
I do have
I
some
told you
serious
it's hard.
claws right now.
Okay, so we used to think, hey, my spouse or partner was mean to me, and so they made me in a bad mood. But the reality is that's this B that's actually the truth that we're not telling ourselves, or we're not telling ourselves a true story. And it's very important. It's important because the truth not only sets you free, but once you discover that it is inaccurate, just like a lawyer in court, you can dispute it. You can challenge those thoughts to help you be happy. And we're going to go more into those thoughts. We're still inching that way to learn more about thoughts and how they don't serve us. But for now, let's go ahead and change our focus to the human brain. Now, the human brain, we also recapped this guy here, Joseph Franz Gall, or Franz Joseph Gall, excuse me.
My. What a face.
Yeah, well, with a head like his, it would be understandable that he was going around touching people's head. And he started...
He's got duck face. Look at
and...
that Kylie Jenner pout.
Yeah, he looks very educational, very, very astute. Anyways, he actually became a bit of a celebrity with touching or running running his fingers through people's heads.
Laid back.
With my fingers on my mind and my mind on my fingers. He started an institution or a science called phrenology. Phrenology believed that certain parts of your brain could overdevelop or underdevelop, and that would create hills or indentations in your scalp. Now, believe
Your
it or
mama
not...
just didn't love you. She didn't roll you in your crib.
So believe it or not, what are you doing right now?
That's the thing. Babies get flathead if you don't roll them.
Anyhow, why she had to do that accent's beyond me. Brandon's touching his head. Yeah, like I got kicked in the nuts. Thanks, Mike. Thanks a lot for bringing that up. phrenology was actually wrong. It was dismissed as pseudoscience. But thanks to it, we realized that certain parts of our brain do control certain specific parts of our behavior. So, for example, if you were to activate a part of my brain, it may give me Hulk-like rage. Or you activate another part of brain and it'll help me remember my first kiss. Or it'll make my arm twitch. Because we do have specific parts of the brain that are in charge of specific localized function. And we're going to learn these functions in a little bit. But first we want to talk about Phineas Gage. Now, before we talk about Phineas Gage, let's go ahead and key some old-time key music. Now, Phineas Gage is a very curious Cage that everybody brings up when you talk about neuroscience. There's Phineas Cage there in his skinny jeans, just waving at us. What's up, Phineas?
Hi, Brianna.
What's up, Brianna? So, Phineas...
I got on the first try.
So Phineas actually used to, he worked the railroad. And just like Americans, we have to blow some stuff up, right? America! Woo! And they blew up rock that was in the way of the railroad by means of actually drilling holes in the rock and literally putting the explosives into the holes. Now, to make sure that it exploded the majority of rock, or the most possible, they had to pack it in with sand or clay. And they packed it in with what's called a tapping iron, as you see there. And you could probably already predict that white people are going to get in trouble. Because sure enough, here goes Phineas Gage on September 13th, 1948. He's just singing tap, tap, tapping all day long. Tap, tap, tapping as I sing this song. Minding his business until he wasn't. And he looked away at some coworkers, and the tapping iron actually sparked some sparks, and boom, it blew up in his face. Literally blew up in the face because the tapping iron went through his face and out of his head. And I don't know if you're paying attention, but there is brain in between those two parts.
Hi, Auntie Sue.
Hey, Sue! Now, that tapping iron
Ow.
did in fact go through his head, so you would imagine story's over, right?
Not always, son.
No. It is not over. It actually continues. Believe it or not, he survives. He even manages to stumble up on some and sit down on some chairs, and later on a doctor comes to him. This is back when doctors made visits. Now, if you're having a hard time believing this story, that's great, because so did his doctor have a hard time believing it. His doctor was thinking that maybe he was pranked, or he is pranking him, because, I mean, how can you get a rod through your head and survive? That is, of course, until he coughed and chunks of brain came out. Yeah, we'll pause there.
Oh, no. No.
No, yeah, it happened. And not only did he survive, but he actually made a pretty good recovery. He even tried to return to work. The problem, though, is that Phineas Gage, who was previously mild-mannered and polite, ended up actually getting fired from his... They fired him. The railroad job fired him. But he went on to work with horses in stables in New Hampshire, and later on even did, he ran horse carriages, because horse carriages, they don't care if they get cursed out. And even though he was no longer mild-mannered, it didn't seem to matter to them. Unfortunately,
horses help with therapy, actually. A lot of horses.
He did end up...
Hi, James.
What's up, James? He did end up eventually dying, and I know maybe we should get rid of now the saloon music.
Well,
but
I mean, eventually.
He did eventually. He led a pretty good life. He ended up dying from complications and seizures that came along with it.
Oh,
now,
bless.
I'd like to pause this story at this point in time, because there's a lot of confusion and argument on what exactly happened to Phineas. Some people say that he was not as ill-tempered as he was after the accident. Others say that he was. And there's a lot of dispute and theories on why this happened, particularly one that I think most scientists subscribe to, and that is the struggle between psychology and phrenology. Phrenology wanted to exaggerate that the damage or the loss of the part of the brain made him angrier, while psychology wanted to just focus on the fact that it was just localized function in the brain. Now, Phrenology, as we mentioned
It's
already.
Dougie Almeida. Hey,
What's up,
babe.
Dougie?
How are ya?
So, phrenology didn't eventually get dismissed as cold pseudoscience because it turns out that you cannot touch someone's head and figure out what their personality type is, no different
What
than you
on
can
earth
shove
is
food
this?
in your butt and still figure out what it tastes like. That's not a science thing. So, pseudoscience
Why?
or not. Quiet! My God, she's ruining the best joke of the set, I swear to God. So, in any case, you cannot figure out how good or bad food tastes by shoving it up your butt. No different than you can't touch the scalp of your head and figure
Ow.
out your personality type. Did I hit your eye?
Yes! Get away from me!
So, in any case, Phineas Gage, as scary as Phineas Cage is, we should always honor the fact that he was a living character, or he was a living person, and thanks to him, neuroscientists always go to that to his story to go ahead. What's up, James Yon? To go ahead and
babe.
point out.
I saw your billboard on the internet. Go you!
I'll let her in on it later, James. So, anyhow,
Is it not real?
shut up! It's like the worst guest I've ever had. Any case.
Well, now I feel bad for making fun of how he looked earlier because I didn't know that whole story.
Well, anyhow,
We
Phineas
shouldn't
Gage.
judge. It's bad for your happiness.
Phineas Gage, show us your boobs.
Zenith, go do it. Do it.
James,
do it. Do it.
nobody
do
wants
it,
to see
do
my
it,
boobs.
Do it. Do it. Do
So
it, do
Phineas
it.
Gage was actually
He's no fun.
is what neuroscience always goes to when they want to talk about the brain and how localized function can be decided on certain parts of your brain. And we have to admire or at least respect the fact that he was a living individual, and that just because of that we should respect and give him the nuance that he deserves. Now,
No kidding.
with that being said, he's gone down in history for all eternity, and in the future, we're going to talk about how localized part of your brain can actually help that belief part of your system so that it's healthier. We'll study and learn about the relationship between the brain and the mind. And now I guess it's...
Blocking the screen.
It's penalty time. It's penalty time. It's penalty time. Penalty, penalty,
I threw that jingle in today, and I hope you guys love the penalty. But if you're just tuning in, like James or some of the others that just tuned in, we started the show with a game.
Face the cookie.
With the game called Face the Cookie.
I got to eat the cookie.
And that sounds dirty. And yeah, we have kid viewers, Gina. Anyways,
Dark chocolate Oreo thins. I'm really excited about them.
so she won. I think she cheated. Whatever.
Not cheat.
And the
that was
penalty.
like the fourth time I got it close to my mouth.
I feel like you're making it worse. In any case, the penalty of today is a kick to the tenders, to the family jewels. So without further ado, let's get to it. Yeah, cookies. All right, here we go. Penalty time.
Oh my god, there's
Oh,
so
son
many
of a
cords.
biscuit.
I don't like you when you do that.
I unplugged.
You unplugged it?
Yeah, I unplugged it.
Failure.
Tell me about it. Oh, crikeys. Oh, I think.
Now you really did it.
Yep.
Didn't you?
Yes, I did. Okay, moving on. Let's go
Yep,
ahead and get
we
the
gotta kick
people
you
are
in the
watching.
nuts.
Let's go ahead and try to get this up. Maybe back up a little more.
But now we
Okay.
can't see your. Brennan.
penalty time. It's penalty time. It's penalty time. Penalty, penalty,
I don't know why I'm cheering this much to penalty time, because the penalty today is literally kick to the nuts. So, whatever. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Brennan, do you care to tilt? Care to tilt so that everyone can see?
I think it was fine the way it was.
No, because you can't see your nuts.
Okay, all right.
That's the best part.
my nuts are the best part. You heard it from her. Hey, Vicky. Well, you're almost the end of the show, but you can always rewatch it later. But you get to see the best or worst time. She's gonna kick me in the net. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Oh! Oh!
Relationship goals.
I was a dancer. I don't think he accounted for that.
All right. Well. We made it past, and it's the end of our show.
We did it.
This is the Happy Hour Show. The Happy Hour Show airs every Monday and Friday. We will teach you guys literally how to be happy. And we'll have fun. We'll play games just like this one. Please remember never to actually limit happiness to an hour. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We love you guys so much.
Comment, like, and subscribe.